Okay, so Elise, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, I'm Elise Adams. If this is a video recording though, it says Russell, but I'm Adams. I am I am a podiatrist. I've been a podiatrist for 10 years. I have had two businesses and one of which Sarah Beth helped me with. Do you want me to continue on that line?
Yeah, yeah. What was the name of the business?
So the business was Narellan Foot Clinic. I purchased the business the start of COVID, so April 2020,
Good
which
time.
was a really scary time. Yeah, it was really scary. It was a really good business though. So the model was great. I felt, even though it was scary, I felt that it was a good opportunity. Um,
Why did you
and
decide to work with Sarah Beth? What was your situation before you met her?
Well, I had no idea how to run a business, put it that way. So I went in fully winging it. I knew that I would be, I was a podiatrist, that was it. And I saw maybe where I wanted to see the business go, but I didn't know how to get there, had no idea. So I started working with Sarah Beth, and the clinic, the structure of it just changed immensely. I mean, it took a massive mental load off, but through that time as well, my circumstances were changing. So I also
Personally?
knew that potentially personally, yeah. So I and my husband and I were trying for a baby. So I knew that it wasn't going to be sustainable because we had got it to a point where the clinic had grown so much. I knew, and from Sarah Beth's guidance, that potentially the next step would be to hire more help in the administrative front because it was, growing so rapidly. Um, and I also wanted to, because I wanted to sell it, I wanted to make it more profitable
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Um,
When were there any hesitations before you first signed up with me?
um, I mean, look, going off my gut instinct and meeting Sarah Beth, if I put it that way, absolutely not,
Yeah.
because I just had complete trust. But of course, like running a business and being new to running a business, it was daunting in the sense of, yeah, like financial and,
Yeah.
the doubts creep in about where's it going to go?
Can I
Will
afford
it be worth
this? Like
it?
this is a
Can I?
lot of
Yes,
stuff. Yeah.
yes, exactly. Can I afford this? But that went out the window when I saw the structure change completely and my load just being able to not take on as much and divide between my team or the team that were working with me was awesome. So
And in the end, were you able to sell your business?
yes, in the end, I was. I fortunately was really lucky that one of the podiatrists who worked for me knew how great the business was. So she was with me before I started with Sarah Beth and saw where it was to where it ended up. So it was in her situation a no-brainer. But because the business had thrived so much, the business had doubled its value within the 4 years of ownership. So that was just probably one of the hardest things because it was quite expensive for her to purchase. It was a long, drawn out process.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And she had to, yeah, it was a lot to get the finance for the business due to it being so successful. But yeah, and then I was able to sell it. So it's
Okay.
great.
So you bought a business.
Mm-hmm.
We worked together. We grew
Yep.
the profitability. We changed the
Yep.
structure. Um,
Yep.
and then succession plan, somebody internally was able to buy it
Yes.
and for double the price you paid for it 4 years earlier, within
Yes.
4 years. Wow.
Yes. Yes. And that was also through, the pandemic
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Which like to me, noting that is huge. Yeah.
And
Um,
and
yeah.
for any like yeah, actually that's fair because like it's in person, right? You can't like it must be you
Yeah.
can't fix my foot
Yeah.
online.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Exactly.
yeah, right. So despite whatever's happening in the economy, like you still
Mm.
grew the
Yeah.
business and were
Yep.
able to sell it. What would you tell anyone that was thinking about coming to work with me and be coached and advised by me at the moment?
it is, even if it's a short-term investment of working together, it is a long-term investment. And just going from my experience, I would not hesitate. Sarah-Beth is incredible, the best of the best at what she does. And particularly like me, if, or whether you're new to business or not, that probably doesn't matter. You're going to have someone that can just lead you through it all and go through the reads at hard times too, because I certainly felt that and felt like I was like sifting through mud. So she'll just bring you out of that. And I just want to add as well, I feel like since having Narelle and Foot Clinic and with Sarah-Beth's guidance, having the Soul Pod, so my new business, which I started from scratch here on the South Coast, I have taken so much of that learning to then grow this business. And I've been working this business 5 months. And in health, I'm already booked out 4 to 6 weeks in advance, which is really big in the health sector. So, that's what I also mean about like not only longevity as a financial pursuit with your business, but just your skills too.
Yeah. You'll have them for life and you just take them to your next
Yeah.
business or whatever your next thing is post working
Definitely.
together.
And also the versatility as well. Like it's hard to explain what you do or Sarah-Beth does, but just the support that I felt throughout. And, like even when I was hiring staff, like with the interview process, I was such a kook before, but Sarah-Beth would help with like the, kind of like working out. And then having like a phone call with a prospective employee and then really helping me with the interview process. So even just like that, even though that wasn't so much about the business structure in a sense, it really like helped with all of these extra aspects.
Yeah, like you don't have to carry
explain that well, but yeah, like I just felt so supported and like any query I could just come to you for. Yeah.
Oh,